quite happy in the court, man. That court thing, I'm not even doing it now, Mally. I'm not even doing that court. I'm not worried about that one. The other, the other court, the other court hearing, the other court hearing. I'll get this in the bag. I'm just on my way down now, buddy. I'll be with you 2 secs, buddy. Um, oh my goodness. Good evening, ladies and gents. 2 seconds. I'm just going live. I'm just putting my cast box on as well. So just bear with me 2 seconds. It's been a great show. I'm going to talk about what I was talking about earlier before I got cut off because the kitchen come. The kitchen come. And the cooker come. Sorry, I'm switching on my device. We're talking about all the different walks of life. I'm not discriminating with different walks of life. Just trying to, work out the differentials throughout humanities. We've got inequalities and we've got equalities. I know some of you listen to the start of the show, so you can get better as we go on. Just get the first bit out of the way, what you already heard this morning. Inequalities and equalities of life. We're talking about talking about public and private debt. Public and private debt. Public debt. For me doing my university course, and for an average bloke doing a university course, that could be the differentials for you. Public, um, public debt. It's public debt. Mine's public debt because of the etiquette. I'm always on there giving everyone, citizen advice. More advice than the citizen's advice. Public debt. We're talking about public debt. Apart from, my differentials throughout me, it's a bit narcissistic if you ask me, but yeah, public debt. Like a mortgage. A mortgage is a public debt, isn't it? It's not private debt. It could, well, some people could argue the case, say, yeah, well, you don't need to buy a house, but no, it is a public debt. It's a public debt because that's also that could benefit you, your finances when you retire as well. It's a public debt, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. But yeah, some people could argue the case, say it isn't, but it is a public debt. A public debt to set up a business. A business that is globalisation. Let's look at a bit. Let's sit and think about the biggest globalisation market in the whole world. Where's the biggest economic distributions come from in the whole world? Asia. China is the main spot. China is the main spot of globalisation, economic distributions. Electronics. Asia has a lot of. Look at the supercars that come from Japan. Tokyo. It's in Tokyo Drift. But yeah. Anyway, so looking at bad debt. We've got lots of inequalities in humanities, different walks of life. Like I say, I'm not going to try and put it down, to a certain degree. To a certain degree, we will. Yes, absolutely. Um, yeah. So bad debt, private debt, bad private debt. Wedding. The wedding is a bad private debt. You're going to get in debt for a wedding. 2 years down the line, you might not be in that marriage. It might be an absolute waste of money. A wedding is a celebration, isn't it? Any celebration you get yourself in debt on a credit card is private money. Bad debt. Christmas, birthday. It's all bad debt. All bad debt. So many people don't know they're born. They'd get themselves a credit card and go, oh, I'm going down the pub with my mate on the weekend, and we need to go. And people sit there and justify the mentality of someone that is part of the aristocracy social league. Talking about critical thinkers, thinking outside the box. When I'm sitting here, you're probably thinking, what's he thinking about? I'm thinking about the society. I'm thinking about the way people act. I'm observing. I'm preserved in myself. I don't get this knowledge from anywhere. I'm just going to prove you. I'm just going to prove one thing so you guys on YouTube can see what I can see here. There's no notes. So all my brain is like a sponge. No notes anywhere. That laptop. That's my cast box on my other phone, and that's me on my other phone. Just so you know. No notes. All my own terminology. So when I'm talking in such adequate sense. You know what? You know what level of education you're talking to. All my education comes from the union. Union, union is from like professors. You know, the well knowledgeable people in the world. Union is facts. Netiquette as well. I find a lot of stuff in netiquette. When I said people in Islamophobia, and when we had World War One, there's 2.5 million Muslims in World War One fighting in our trenches. You know, when we, you know, I'm not going on to that discrimination of like it's not discrimination, but it gets in that section of hate of some society want to go against it. I don't go against no multiculturalism whatsoever. I get evangelists on Facebook bore me to tears with their Christians, hate gay pride, this, that. And I'm not all Christians though, because I don't. I'm not. They might say I'm not a full Christian then. Well, you're an idiot. Simple as that. I've got my own views. I've got my own opinions, and my opinion, my final say, is my formation of my life. No one will change it. I'm fixated to my way of believing and preaching my own religion. If they don't agree with it, it's my own religion, and my way is the best way because it's all about equality in life. It's all about equality in life. Why can't I go? If I wanted to, I can go and sit in a Muslim church because I respect Muslims. My granddad was a Muslim. I'll go and sit in a Catholic church or in a Jewish church. I've got family, some Catholics, some are Jews. Why not? Why is that going to affect that society? It's not. And everyone in them churches, except anyone, all the walks in life, as long as you ain't got any alcoholism or narcotic problems, why should anyone turn their nose up? Why should anyone turn their nose up? Why should anyone justify what I want to do in life? You shouldn't. Or you, or the next person. Why should anyone justify it? If you've done nothing wrong, no one should be justifying you to an extremist coming in the church. Or an extremist because you don't believe in their religion. No one should. Talk about discrimination. He's got a plaster on the foot. He's disabled. You better push him over. This is a society we talk about day in, day out. I put iPhone 11 up on spotted in Clapton this after 2 days ago. iPhone 11 is worth £600 brand new. So this inequality kind of person approached it. Why do you want to swap your iPhone 11 for an Apple MacBook? It's not worth the same principles. Well, if someone's got a second-hand one that's refurbished, why not? And why are you commenting on something that doesn't involve you? Because you ain't got an Apple MacBook, have you, mate? So sort of. So he thinks I'm being aggressive. I think he's been aggressive for commenting on my simple facts with a simple answer. Yes or no. You've got one or not. See you later. If you ain't, don't comment. If not, why do people got to sit there and be judgmental of anyone's actions? Oh, he's got a red spot on his head. Well, you got that red spot on your head, mate. That's because I'm Pakistani. So what's got to do you? So many people. I don't just judgment on these free applications because I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I get idiots day in, day out in society. I get these really so-called educated, postgraduate students arguing about religion. Yeah, I'm a full-blown Christian and I know the Quran. Mother Mary in the Quran is the mother of Jesus. No, she ain't, mate. You don't know what you're talking about. You went, yeah. I've read the whole book of the Quran. Well, read it again. Mother Mary Ann is not the mother of Jesus in the Quran. If there's a barbaric law, Mother Mary Ann would be no more. Thank you. Did you find that on Google when you checked the netiquette, mate? You didn't, did you? Yeah, I didn't think so. You didn't look, did you? Because you don't know the truth, did you? That's what I thought. But, I'm talking like these educated people have graduated before me, but on their education before they even started their course. I've been reading books for many years. Many years. That's throughout being brain dead for boxing, supposedly. But, keeping this lovely physique, ectomorph, it keeps your brain flowing. Flux for the flow, flux for the show, as I always say. But anyway, I've got some subjects that I am actually going to read out. So my YouTube will still be able to see, but I've got some subjects. I've written some of my own Good and bad debt. We had that one. The debt question. The debt question. I did have one about the morals of money as well. Morals of money. Oh, here we go. Is public debt is often measured as a percentage of great GB, GDP is calculated by. Yeah, public debt is often measured as a percentage of GDP, and it's calculated by. This is a question for everyone else. This is a question for everyone else. You need to read the sign before walking in front of them. Public debt is often measured as a percentage of GDP. It's calculated by subtracting the amount of public debt from GDP and multiplying the figure by 100. B is dividing GDP by the amount of public debt and multiplying by the figure by 100. Dividing the amount of public debt by the GBD and multiplying the figure by 1. Wait, everyone, on the radio. Wait by the radio. It's 5:33 p.m. This is recorded for training purposes, isn't it, guys, on the radio? With over 100 listeners in. I've got a guy called Mickey, somebody, come at me with gratification, talking about inequalities. He's 58 from Milton Keynes. I am now warning you both. The streams are being watched by the police. Oh, streams are being watched by the police. We didn't know that because we're on the radio. But anyway, that's none of my worry. There you go. Anyway, let's moving on. Public debt is often measured as a percentage of GDP. It is calculated by subtracting the amount of public debt from GDP and multiplying the figure by 100. Dividing GDP by the amount of public debt and multiplying the figure by 100. Anyone got the answer? I'll read it again. The public debt is often measured as a percentage of GDP. Is it calculated by A, subtracting the amount of public debt from GDP and multiplying the figure by 100? Or is it B, dividing GDP by the amount of public debt and multiplying the figure by 100? Talking about the etiquette people in reality here, you know. I'm not trying to discriminate anyone, but if you know the answer, please feel free to A, B, or C. Or is it dividing the amount of public debt by the GDP and multiplying the figure by 100? Anyone on a Castbox FM want to ring in? Feel free to call in. What about you guys on YouTube? Anyone of you not know the answer? No problem. All right, moving on. The answer is D. The answer is D. Dividing the amount of public debt by the GDP and multiplying the figure by 100. As the public debt is often measured as a percentage of GDP. There you go. There's your answer. Let me share this to my Telegram. I want to see if Jen's about. See if Jen's can come in. Let's talk about human rights, guys. Human rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a statement that lists the conditional responsibilities that citizens must adhere to order to be protected by their country. Aims to guarantee all humans a minimum standard of rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a statement that aims to guarantee all humans a minimum standard of rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a statement. A list of conditional responsibilities that citizens must adhere to be protected by their country? Absolutely not. So when people come at you in your dominion, in your domain, giving you threats of such and such, don't worry about it because it's a standard of rights. It's only the standard of rights. You come into my house, I don't like you, get out. Simple facts about the rights. Thank you. God bless. I'll see you later. That's the answer to that one. Basically, don't stoke a fire, don't get burned. And that is the only answer to it. The threats, sticks and stones may break my bones, and that is the only answer. Don't like sticks and stones, don't go near them. That is the answer to the facts. Talking about facts there. That is the law of the union. Just so everyone's with me on Castbox and YouTube. Anyone else that wants to listen in that knows nothing about reality, feel free. We're talking about the netiquette facts. These are my facts that I write down because these are netiquette facts, aren't they? These are netiquette facts because they're on my union page on my study. When it comes into politics, and I've already studied law, in criminal law, family law, business law. What more law do I need to know than the average inequality society? I don't. That's the answer. Netiquette facts. Investigating debt. This is what I was talking about earlier. Investigating debt and development in China. Debt. Question whether it is debt rather than money that makes the world go round. All I worry about when I wake up, I don't worry about the shit that's going to be put in front of me, the crap in society, the debates that I get, the idiots that come in my life trying to interrogate my education. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. All I worry about in life is the aesthetics of life. I don't care if I'm going to be getting a Ferrari. I don't care if I'm going to get a Paris Hilton. I don't care about anything. I just care about a roof over my head, heating's on, I've got food, I've got water, and I've got a good society that always come into my show and listen to the facts of life. I could get paid for my absolute education if I wanted to, but I'm not that bothered. Money does not float my boat. I've got another year and a half on my education to go, and after I finish my education and become a councillor for so long, I can be an MP. Once I'm an MP, I've been 80 grand a year, but money does not float my boat. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for my kids' future and my community. Perhaps maybe I want to pay in to become a minister at church because I'm quite good at becoming an evangelist, aren't I? Everyone that listens in knows that I'm a good evangelist. Always talk about progression in your workplace, in your friendship, in your business. If you've got someone that's not tolerant of your society, make it annihilated, or just let them know you're not welcome. See you later. Wipe your shoes before you walk in the front door. Don't come in. Big Lan Sharma. Using debt to fund development, and that the role of the social scientist is to continue to investigate the social, economic, political and cultural consequences of this model, both for China and other countries across the world. The events unfold in one place can have significant implications for other places, especially considering that China is the largest economy in the world. China is a large economy. Everyone, can you remember all the idiots in the world going, it's because of China. China on your house is Chinese. That Ralph Lauren shirt you're wearing is from China. Shut your mouth, mate. What are you talking about? It's facts. So, you just think about these idiots that come at you in your day-to-day life. No facts. You learn facts from me. Then you can check on the netiquette. Netiquette. Well, you might not be good at the netiquette. Don't use the internet properly, and laptop. But let's come to this show and get absolute facts. Nothing's fiction when you come to me. Straight facts. Internal market coffee. Internal market coffee. I don't have, problems in my life ain't problems. Really not. I don't have no problems in my life. I'll never have a problem in my life. I have a provocation, but they're not problems. They're like a bad fart, aren't they? Constipated, they'll come out in you. I'll never have a problem. I'll get over every obstacle in life. Every single obstacle in life. I live and die. That is simple facts. If you can live with the facts of life, you live and die. You're here as a national insurance number. Simple as. You get idiots in sight all your life, but you're not. No one is. Untouchable. But if you're not hurting nobody, what can anyone do? What can anyone do? If you're talking straight facts, more intelligence than anyone can come at you with. Just don't bow down to the idiots. Don't bow down to the idiots because they'll show themselves up with your knowledge. They say you need this, you need that, you need cancer. No, don't need. I'm more intelligent than cancer. I'm not a psychiatrist because I can see through people. I see through the whole society. I see through the whole world. If you see my, if you well, you guys on my radio and on my car spots on YouTube, look for my YouTube content, and you hear most of you are here day in day out. You see it clear as day. You hear it clear as day. You hear the facts in life. No one can pull me apart. No one can pull me apart. Just remember your national insurance number. That's all you are. You're nothing but a national insurance number. You're not a hero. I could be a hero, isn't it? But imagine if I punch someone's head in. I'm a national insurance number inside a police cell. I'm a big man. I've just killed someone right hand. Depends how many people I kill. It makes my national insurance number go up, doesn't it? 2 people, oh, that's 50 years imprisonment, life imprisonment. It's life imprisonment for murder anyway, so no point being big or clever. One thing I've learned is sort of support the biggest men in boxing. You see them on YouTube as well. And my son. I've got nothing to prove to no one, nor have you lot. Just use your brain. Use your intelligence. Don't get into any arguments about anything. I've still got that second switch where I don't want to go, and I'm just trying to stay here in a confined space. Just trying to give you some education. But I bought second-hand goods before, and they come, 2 days later, they come back faulty. Go sit in the vice. Don't go sit in the vice. like I say, these computers are components, and you have to go trading and standards. And if the component packs up your computer packs up. I had the motherboard go on my laptop. 2 days later, after I paid £200 in a second-hand laptop, mobile phone shop. I was going home, and I'm not going to say what I said because it's cultures where it's close to home on my own family, and when I'm livid, I can't help it. I could have got my head chopped off by these whatever they are. I'm not going to explain where they come from. I'm devastated for what I said, and I'm pretty sure I made up for it just lately for the qualities of life. How I preach the word ethos. Ethos. I preach it everywhere. The word ethos. People won't understand and look through ethos. They don't understand ethos. They're going to have a drink at the weekend and then be constant racist to someone in the town centre. It happens in Parliament. Tony Blair is the biggest fascist, chauvinistic pig I know. Tony Blair. I don't know how that guy was even the Prime Minister. Absolute monstrosity. If it wasn't for Tony Blair not Tony Blair, it's Boris Johnson. If Tony Blair was our Prime Minister in 1996, Tony Blair put the NHS trust through. That's when my mum had cancer. That's when I was in the Royal Marines. My mum had cancer. I was due to be shipped out in the Royal Marines. I didn't go because mum had terrible, terrible cancer. Lost her hair. She had breast cancer. She had skin cancer. All in one. But Boris Johnson, let me tell you, I said to you, I think in 1983, he was a journalist. He's probably, I don't think he was a foreign secretary then, but I know he's done Mayor of London, he's done foreign secretary, his resume is so big. Resume is ginormous in politics. Politics, politicians will say lawyers ain't good as politicians. Lawyers ain't good as politicians because they've got one-track mind, haven't they? If they work in criminal law, all they know is about law. I don't know anything else. A politician will know a wider aspect because we all go through things in life. We all go through different court scenarios. We all go through different court scenarios in our life. Especially being, you can imagine the lifestyle I've had being an activist, football, boxing. Football is like a boxing match on a Sunday morning. But you can imagine the livelihoods different livelihoods we've had being brought up for our families. On my first boxing match when I was 5, no boxing gloves in my garden. Anyway, let's move it on. Coffee is a highly valuable luxury commodity. Where's coffee beans? Globalisation. Talking about globalisation, looking at different economic produce throughout the country. Where's the main coffee reproduction? Where does it generate from throughout the world? Where does coffee generate from? Where does coffee generate from? Don't look in the back of your coffee jar, 'cause it won't tell you. It'll tell you it comes from a factory in America or a factory in Italy. But where's the coffee bean originally generated from? Afghan and Vietnam. I know that, that's not even in front of me. Coffee is highly valuable luxury commodity with millions of people depending on money that it generates their livelihoods, including farmers, importers, exporters, roasters, machine manufacturers, coffee shop owners and baristas, to name a few. It is estimated that global value of coffee amounts around 173 billion per annum. Yet, to those who grow coffee are some of the most disadvantaged in the world. The journey of coffee bean tells as a powerful story about how money makes the world go round. Do you think coffee is a narcotic? Do you think coffee is narcotic? To some extent, I'd say absolutely yes. Coffee is a narcotic. Coffee is a bad habit. Why do you need coffee to generate energy? Everyone thinks coffee generates energy. Everyone has coffee and they have a cigarette. There's a lot. I do know a lot of coffee drinkers don't need a cigarette, but if I consume coffee, I consume cigarette. I don't drink coffee anymore. So like we're talking about human human reactions, human science. Like I said before, it's all utilised from birth, with the national insurance number, and your human structure from birth. Your human structure from birth. If you're an ectomorph, endomorph, or mesomorph, does it make you strong if you're a mesomorph, being 30 stone, overweight, eating too much? Does it make you strong? No, it makes your heart at high risk. Makes your heart at high risk, means you haven't looked after yourself. Means you ain't got up and done your daily routine exercise. Not being disrespectful to my father or father-in-law, whatever you want to call him. He's he's not looked after himself. Love him to bits. He's done a lot for me over the years. Taught me how to be a man, standing on 2 feet, and that is why I am so confident in my way of thinking, a confident way I approach any big given task in the world. I don't mean to be. If you're listening, you are in that mesomorph group. No, it's endomorph. No, not endomorph, not mesomorph. Mesomorph is muscular, I think, muscular physique. Ectomorph is my physique, skinny but lean. I've sparred with world champions like heavyweights. Look at what's his name? Oh my goodness, John McDermott beat Tyson Fury on paper. Tyson Fury lost. I spar with John McDermott. I get big blokes saying they're going to come and kill me. They ain't done day boxing in their life. I spar with world champions, John McDermott. We train boxers. Train all our life to box. If you're trained all life on machine gun, I'm expecting to come on doors with a machine gun. But I very much doubt you get one through the, through the door of the country anymore. And if you shout your mouth off on social media, police are, they're police are educating, observing all these channels, all these radio channels, social media. I sit in my own life, sit in my own room. I could discriminate, what I want, discriminate what I want, but I'm not. I never do. Someone comes at me with a tactic, I throw tactics back to defend my will, to defend my right. There's nothing or no one can do to change my opinion. As long as I don't go talk about extremists or talk about someone's disability, that's the only thing that affects society. But talking about someone that's come in my life, distressing my values and my opinions, I'm gonna throw back. I'm gonna throw back with a pen. Same as anyone. You apply some of the tools from your investigative toolkit to explore the different questions of social sciences. Can ask about the interconnected elements of the coffee business: consumption, production, exchange, and distribution. The show has been, phenomenal. It's all been all my own initiative. It's all been my own initiative. Some people won't, they won't express the true love of the equalities. of my shows, being part of the aristocracy social league. I did say when I first started this show, didn't I, 2 years ago, violent prior conservatism just got real. Two years ago, it was called Paternalistic National News. Halfway for the first year, I think I've changed it to Proclamation News and Governments. Who makes his name up? Do I find these names? Do I get help? Do I get pointed in the right direction? Do people feed me my knowledge? No, I read. I read, like I said, I read constantly, day in, day out. Every single day I'm reading. Every day I'm focusing on, I'm observing people's actions. All my life, even in a church, I approach. I've been in church 337 years. Every single Sunday I've been in church. I might have missed one due to a boxing match or something. I might have missed one or two here and there. I was born in the Church of England. I went to the Church of England school as a kid. I've been observing evangelists all my life. I've done religious studies at school, 1995. Learning about, sociological science and, in your area where you live, in your constituency, your state, province. Learning about not just criminology, learning about gangs, how gangs evolve around, learning about racketeering, just gun and hate crime against other gangs, all stupid stuff throughout criminology. Remember the bishops. I remember learning about the bishops in 1996. Learning about the bishops in religious studies. Bishops are one of the biggest gangs. These gangs don't go on forever. They have a godfather. The solidarity of the gang. It's like we're a conservative. They've got prime minister. You think when's that? After this prime minister, is that conservative going to be no more? Like the bit. They're not a gang, are they? These are political leaders. They're doing a good job. Doing a good job, but I'm talking like gangs, like the bishops of the world. Remember the bishops? Who remembers the bishops? Massive gang in New Zealand, but the main character was in New York, I believe, or Chicago. He got shot. The main bishop, godfather, got shot at a birthday party, and then the bishops were no more. Many moons ago, the bishops finally were. I think there's a gang called the Maoris as well. The Maoris, I remember that in New Zealand. They all had tattoos all over them. The bishops, I thought the bishops were like more of a coloured tribal gang. I thought back then, but our intelligence differ when you see more modern bishops. Well, I'll say more modern. They didn't go on for that long. I think they stopped in the 90s. I think you might find you have to check the next book for that. I'm not 100% accurate with that acquisition. It's 1996 when I've done that education. I was only 16. I've done a hell of a lot of activities since another education. I've done media studies, learning the difference between tabloid and broadsheet newspapers. I'm a broadsheet speaker, aren't I? Without having a newspaper. All this education and things we've been talking about today is my own knowledge. I could write my own book just off my own knowledge, can I? Let's be real. Everyone needs to learn about their finances. Everyone needs to learn about their finances. I don't know if cancer give you these great impressions that I've just given you today. It doesn't come up in any of my study. That's just all my own terminology. Good and bad debt. Good and bad debt. The morals of money. The morals of money depends on your virtue, doesn't it? There's no point me telling you my morals of money because your virtues might be different to mine. If you're a stonehead, you'll think morals of money. Well, I need £20 this Friday for cannabis. I need £15 to go down the pub on Friday. Your virtues might be different. And people say, I need cannabis for mental health. No, you don't. You shouldn't touch cannabis in the first place. You get off it. If I can give up smoking and coffee, you can't sit there and tell me I'm addicted to cannabis and alcohol. People are weak-minded, got no will because they have no way. So when they sit there and try and justify they know more than me or whatever, I think whatever. If I've got the power and resistance to give up. And I look after myself. I buy my own clothes, make my own bed, cook my own food. I cook ample amount of food so I don't get obese to keep my intelligence and my flow in my show. I don't want to make. I don't want to make any implications on my life. I don't want to make any implications on my life. Everything I've got, everything I do it with valuable reasons. It's the way I've modified my body. Your mind and your body is your temple. It's how you want to feed. It's how you want to feed yourself, and it's how you produce to the society. And when I say I was part of the aristocracy, people think, well, you think you're better than everyone? Well, no, it's not because I'm better. It's the way I've been bred. It's the way I've been bred. My family have been in the Queen's Guards. The things I look up to, the legacy I've got around me. I've got a vision. That's why I don't think I'm better than everyone. I don't think I'm bred into it. It's just that I look up to my family, what they've done. And let's be quite honest. I've been no different. Let's be quite honest. I was a weak and feeble man, supposedly, when I was 18. You got a fractured skull, you got two fractured cheekbones, you got half your nose in your brain. You ain't gonna be able to walk again, mate. You're disabled. And 2 years later, I went, no, I'm not. I ain't gonna die. No one's gonna kill me. I went and done MMA. I banged my head on the floor. You got these people that are on disability. They're not even on disability. They ain't even lost half of what I've lost. They haven't even gone through what I've gone through in life. And they're on disability. I've got ADHD. I should have ADHD. I should have every single mental health behaviour going throughout society. Alienated father. I've had all the hurdles of life in front of me. My dad, my dad's got a heart failure. Mum's getting heart failure. But I'm still monitorised. I'm still motivated to do something. Talk as a cancer. Listen to other people. My life's hard. I've got mental health. Sort your life out, man. Pick yourself up. That's why I'm a good face for this show for people with problems because I've got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one. Exactly that. And that's the motto you've got to live with everyday life. If I obviously it's on a church, that's why I put it, under no kids allowed in this one. So I'm hoping you've got their young citizens listening, but I'm talking real facts. Anyway, ladies and gents, I've been talking off the cuff tonight. I'm losing out of stories to tell. I could talk about 30 years before Christ, but it's not going to make none, my history and my education in my head of history ain't going to ain't really making a difference to today's modern society. All these Islamophobic people, and I can go here. Muslims come into our country 1760. I don't think it's that. I just think it's the idiots in society that can't understand the word equality. Don't discriminate because you've got idiots anyway. I'm probably one, like you lot listening. You think you're perfectionists. We probably are perfectionists compared to a lot of society, but then a lot of society will have a chemical imbalance from narcotics and alcohol and not see clear for a bit, just for stupidity. They're going to have a drink and then they start discriminating whatever's in front of them because they're drunk or they're just being stupid. But anyway, if you bring success to the table, you're all welcome in. Multiculturalism, ethos, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter if you drink or take narcotics. But if you've got a good story, you want to come and say your piece, please feel free. God bless. Take care. One love. See you in the future, guys. Great show. Appreciate you all coming through. Speak to them. Everyone on Castbox, how's it going?